Welcome back to Smoking and Grilling with me, AB. Now check it out. You guys have seen this in the past. Listen, this is the Creole breakfast skillet, right? Super easy to make. And look at those ingredients right there. Not a whole lot of ingredients, right? So look, you do a little prep work. And really this is like a recap, right? Because a lot of times I make a recipe, you know what I mean? And they just buy themselves. And then when I'm reading the comments, you guys are asking, what would I make it? You know, what would I serve it with? Things like that, right? But look, right now I'm going to talk about this potato, right? Listen. Take a look at the potato and look at what I'm using right here to make the hash browns, right? So listen, if you guys have a French fry cutter, you're in the game. If you don't, you need to step up your game. They are a must. Not only do they make French fries, but listen, when you're making your home fries or something like that, look at this. You can get them all the same size. Now this right here be key. If you guys pay attention, listen, you see they're all uniform, right? That way they'll all be ready at the same time. But most of all, when you're cooking them, I like to use a cast iron skillet. If you don't have one, any pan or saucepan or whatever you have, that'll work out fine too. But for me, I like to use the cast iron, right? Now, let's talk about level ups, when we cooking. That right there is andouille sausage, right? Oh, and let me just go ahead and say this part too. Don't forget, anything that you see in like recap videos like this, the full video is on my page. All you gotta do is go to the home page, hit the search button, and then look up Creole breakfast skillet and it'll come up. But I want you to take a look at that right there. Those are right. Now, you can just see I put some red bell peppers in there. Listen, you could put red, yellow, or green, or you can do the trio. The trio would have been nice too, especially for the color, We all know, like if you're on the edge of serving something perfect, your presentation right there is what just like pushes it over, the edge, right? So now look, you can just see I'm adding that in there. You can look at my cutting board and you can see that color there. That came from the andouille sausage. That lets you know that andouille is full of nothing but flavor, right? So now we're getting ready to make our egg mixture, right? Which is just nothing to just adding our eggs. Then we're going to go ahead and, add our milk. Now look, when I look at it, I can see everything is nicely, blended and, cooked perfectly. Now I'll go ahead and add the shrimp, right? You want to always add your shrimp towards the end. It depends on what type of dish you guys are making. You know what I mean? Sometimes you add it the last 5 minutes, but this right here, this particular, skillet is going into the oven, right? So what I'm doing right now is, I added my shrimp. You know what I mean? It's on a low, a low flame. I'm just like mixing it around so everything can like marry. Don't forget, shrimp is just like just so fleshy and absorbent. You know what I mean? So I just let it, move around, and then here I'm just adding the rest of my seasonings, right? It becomes super simple. Then, I want to go ahead and mix that together too. You know what I mean? Because now that the shrimp is coated, you got to just like think and visualize it. You know what I mean? thick slice, bread like brioche or anything like that, this right here is just as fire as brioche, if not better. You know what? I'm gonna say they run, evenly, hand in hand, right? But I like to buy myself the whole loaf. That way you can cut them down and get them like how you like them. You want them as thick as you like them, you can do it like that, right? So look, super simple. We just take them and now we start to just coat, and start just adding them to our casserole dish. You know what? I'm thinking about like things that I can say. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to over talk you, but as you can see, it's just hey, it's a no brainer. Just cut them all down, get everything as close as possible to the same size, and just let that be. Now you just want to go ahead and put those in there. Once you're done coating, cutting them all down, just add them all. Now you guys see these names that be in all of my videos towards the end of the video, right? But I just want to say thank you to everybody that subscribes. Everything you guys put in, as far as like subscription or anything like that, goes back to the channel to help with the production, right? Now, when you see the names that are in green, those are the people that have been with me for more than a year. You've been with AB, you know what I mean? For more than a year, you become green, and everybody on the right, you know what I mean? They white, working their way up to becoming green. Now, look, real easy, folks. Listen, you see, I put the eggs in, the rest of our our spices in there, and now we add our milk, right? Then we grab our whisk, and you just want to whisk it all together. There's no need for me to like over talk this, you know what I mean? Because this is like super simple and self-explanatory. Because I'm sure everybody on the planet knows how to make, French toast, right? So now, once I get everything whisked up, then we just gonna pour that over the top. Now I'm gonna go ahead and quit talking and let you guys absorb that. Now we got to put a topping on it, right? Because we want it to look like French toast, right? So that's nothing but cinnamon and brown sugar. Just mixed everything together, and then we just sprinkle it over the top. Now we took care of the bottom, right? Because we got the caramel and the butter down the bottom. You know what I mean? Then we added our egg mixture, and now we put the topping on there. And don't forget, this is going into the oven, folks. So this is why we put it on here, and then we bake it on. Now, you want to talk about putting something on the plate? You know what I mean? You got that casserole, and then you got that Creole breakfast skillet. That right there takes care of it all, folks. And again, I want to say thank you. And don't forget to look in the description box, and I'll put the link to both of these videos, right? So when it comes out, take a look at that right there. That right there is fire, folks. Now you can just hit it with that, your spatula, and then plate it, folks. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, right? Go ahead and hit the bell so you can be notified anytime I drop some videos. You know what I mean? And don't forget, most of all, to like this video. Hey, you know what? I just want to tell everybody, hey, happy Sunday, and thank you.